All the best games are gonna be there. GameStop, the 6-week summer festival of deals and prizes. Going on now at GameStop. Power to the players.
Hey, bud.
Hey man, what's going on, man?
Not much, man.
Yeah, I come in here to reserve a game. Daryl told me I had time to reserve it before it comes out like by the 14th.
Okay.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. You know, beautiful. Feels like a spring day out there. Feels like the spring is in the air.
Yeah. This is just false spring, though. It's got us tricked right now.
False spring. That's in West Virginia. We call that false spring. Like
It gives us hope, but it's going to turn around and turn cold probably in the next week or so, to be my assumption.
yeah.
What game is the picture?
It trails through Daybreak 2. Yeah, it's a nice one. Digital Devil.
For PS5?
Yeah. Yeah, he told me, he said, you got time to come in and reserve it. I was like, okay. He said, it shouldn't be a problem. I was like, okay. Because I talked to him the other night. I forgot that he was putting it out.
Yeah.
Mario.
What is it?
The tongue that goes.
Oh, the
right
time.
They didn't give us anything to properly fasten them on there to, but so we've just been putting in the pocket.
That's pretty funny. That's old Venom, man. I was sitting there reading that the artist who made Venom, he came up with the concept and drew the character.
Mm-hmm.
He don't like Venom.
Really?
He don't. He wasn't a fan of it, but he just created the character and everything. And Todd McFarlane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Todd McFarlane. He was a hell of an artist. I mean, he don't draw hardly anymore now. He's just basically retired with Spawn.
Yeah.
He would. He basically he was slowly starting to catch his name in comics because I was a comic book collector way before I collected games.
Yeah.
So he was like, and as you growed on titles, they would move you up.
Mm-hmm.
So he was handed the Spider-Man title, the Amazing Spider-Man. So McFarlane talked about it. He was like, he said they was drawing Mary Jane like she looked back in the 70s.
Yeah.
And he said, look, he said, because this was back in the late 80s. He said, can I remake Mary Jane? Can I like give her 80s style hair? And made her hair like really pop with the 80s look.
Yeah.
And he said, I drew her like that with that sexy look. And he said, everybody was like, he said, everybody went for it. And he said, I drew Spider-Man's webbing. He said, I gave it a life of its own. He showed the webbing. He said, everything he was doing, he's like, I was trying to make the title pop. And he said, Venom come along. He said, it grew his name to the point where, you know, it was him and Rob Liefeld and Jim Lee. He was the hot artists.
Yeah.
And he was getting the big titles. And I've got most of the books from that era.
Gotcha.
But
No, my mama, she used to collect the old magazine or old comic books.
Oh.
If I remember correctly, if my uncle didn't steal it, she should still have like one of the first original Supermans with like the red cover on it.
oh man, that's cool. Damn, what is so popular about this Madden 25? Why is it priced so high? That's weird. It's very weird. You know, you look at that and you're like, why the hell is that price so high? Here's Midnight Suns, Oddworld, pre-owned, Space Marine. That's all the new stuff right here. Trails of Graces, Silent Hill 2. That's a nice one. A lot of nice stuff here. Yeah, let's wait till it goes down. Saints Row Scars Above. Yep. Some of these titles, man, they're very weird. Oh, here's the Suicide Squad. First it was marked up, then it went down, then it was marked back up. It's the weirdest title. Weirdest title. Wild Hearts. This looks interesting. Oh, let's see what this Journey to the Savage Planet. I've never seen this one before.
I wish I could tell you something on it.
Yeah, welcome to the Pony.
Not played yet.
Yeah, it's like you discover a new game and stuff, and I'm always out here looking for cheap ones I can find. You know, I'm like, let me try to find a cheap one.
Right now, my buddies are trying to get me in what we call Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Yeah,
It looks fun, but
yeah.
I don't know, the art style, it has the same problem that Borderlands did, in my opinion. Like that blocky, cartoony art style.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, I need to give it a fair shot, though.
I've seen it, but I've never played it. I've never played Tiny. I've got the Borderlands games, but I ain't started them because I got so many games to start.
Yeah.
It's like I get these games, I'm like, man, I got to start them eventually. It's like,
So you'll catch yourself replaying a game that you've already played 100 times over.
yeah, that's how it goes.
I'm guilty of that as well.
Yeah.
I just recently restarted a new playthrough, Fallout New Vegas.
I've got it. Everybody says you need to start it, man. You need to play it.
I would highly recommend it. It is really good.
They said New Vegas is better than the other games. They said it was.
It is. In my opinion, it is because, alright, Fallout 4,
Yeah.
the worst that you can do is just be a sarcastic smart aleck. In New Vegas, if you want to be the evil guy, by all means. You want to burn down that village over there? Help yourself. Oh, I see Daryl's Jeep.
Daryl might be coming in. He might be making his way inside now.
I think he's off today.
Daryl said he's never off. He never rests from GameStop.
Ought to go out there and bug him.
GameStop never rests. GameStop.
Just run over to his car. Daryl, I need your help. I was off today.
You know, like Wall Street, that money never sleeps. Or
Yeah.
GameStop never sleeps, never rests. The machine is constantly fed. The machine desires. Up this regular, I can't believe it's not GameStop, for a package for 2 BGP. Okay. BGP is a Canadian shop. I think you saw me open up something they sent me from back in December. So I decided to order from them again, and I'm gonna go ahead and show it with the GameStop one. And I already opened this one up. Because I was so excited because it surprised me because within like a week, maybe 2, they had sent this out, and my Christmas order was like over a month. So let's go ahead and pop the goodies on VGP. And Video Games Plus has really got some good deals on there. And I was like, okay, they had the same point system like GameStop. You get a credit if you spend so many points. And they got some good cheap games on there. And I'm kind of happy with what I found. So, of the 2 games I picked up, I ordered 2 brand new ones. A PlayStation 4 and 5 game. And one of the ones I ordered was, for the PlayStation 5, I ordered WWE 2K24. This was marked down really a lot. Brand new, Cody Rhodes. And I am going to finish the story. Oh, yes. This is starting to go down now because they're getting ready to release WWE 25. And all the DLC that come with it, all that's already been put out. So this is starting to shoot down in price. You can get this cheap on GameStop too, but it was cheaper on BGP. And I think it was like a couple bucks cheaper. You just gotta wait. You have to go in there if you're ordering from America. Adjust shipping. You'll see American prices when you do it, and they're really worthwhile. I learned about that. Now the one I was really happy to get, and this one was really marked down, and this really shocked me. This was the 10th anniversary bundle pack, and I have the Bayonetta for the PlayStation 3, but I don't have Vanquish. So I got for the PlayStation 4, I got the bundle pack of Bayonetta and Vanquish. And the Bayonetta Studio, I don't think we'll see Bayonetta 3 for PlayStation for, if they ever decide to do it. I've got Bayonetta, and I think I may have Bayonetta 2. But this was a nice little pack, and this thing was cheap, man, really cheap. And he only had like 2 or 3 copies left, and I said, I better go ahead and snatch this one. So that's 2 good buys there. Now, let's get to GameStop. Let's see what we picked up here. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited. One of these seems loose, and I'm hoping, God, I hope it's not the one I'm hoping, because I ordered an RPG. So the first one I'm pulling out, let's go ahead and pull it out, and it is, yeah, it's the one that's used. It is Dead Island 2. Dead Island 2, yes. Dead Island 2. I went ahead and got this one. This was marked down cheap. They was having a sale on a bunch of games, and Dead Island 2 was it. Yeah, this interested me. I think this come out at the end of 2023, maybe early 2024, and it's already marked down. I could have got Dragon Quest or Dragon's Age, the Vanguard, Belguard. Sorry, Belguard. I thought about it, but I was like, yeah, it's really. And then I weighed this other RPG, and I was like, I kind of want it to complete my set, and you'll see what it is. And I mean, GameStop had this for sale. It is brand new. This is supposed to be brand, and this one's loose. GameStop, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? This was supposed to be brand new. Darn you, GameStop. Anyhow, it is Visions of Mana. Visions of Mana, and I'm kind of irked because, like I said, it was supposed to be brand new. Hopefully, it didn't do no damage to the disc. Let me check and see. Visions of Mana. I might have got it used. I think I got it used. I think I got both of them used because these both cheaper used. There's like $1 or something cheaper. I probably went with used copies, to be honest with you, because now that I think about it, I probably would have had DLC with it. But Discover a World of Magic and Elemental. What's it called? But the Elemental Spirits. Sorry, Elemental Spirits. But yeah, this completes my vision, my mana set, because I've got Secrets of Mana, Trials of Mana, so Visions of Mana. So I think they might be doing another one, but I want to go ahead and complete that. And CJ was lucky because he's got the steelbook of this, and I was like, well, maybe they'll send me the steelbook by some accident, like they did that Shin Megami game back in the last. I can't believe it's not GameStop. But that's it for now. Let's get back to the regular schedule program.
It's another week, another time for GameStop again. See what we can find here. See what's going on. See what's heading down the pike. GameStop. Sorry we had to set up ASAP. Please visit us online. Oh, I guess that's for. Thought y'all was closed there for a second. I saw the sign out there.
Oh, I forgot to take that down.
Let me yank it down for you.
That's my fault.
It's all right. I was like, man. Then I saw somebody inside. I said, well, maybe they're still closed and doing.
No. Sorry about that.
It's all right. You know, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
I like to call it a Monday, but when I first start my work week. Yeah. Let's see. X-Men Legends.
Are going crazy as hell. Oh, no, this is crazy as hell, man.
Super Bomb Breaker 2. Let's see. The Crew 2. Hello Goose Game. Let's try the 13th.
Good old Switch 2. Daryl's excited for that bad.
I'm excited.
Did you reserve you one, Daryl?
You what? No, we can't do it yet. We can't do it till the night.
Daryl's just gonna be sitting there like looking at the thing.
I am excited though. So we had a truckload of calls. We're waiting for like response for how many we're gonna get on reserves and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
corporate hasn't said yet. So
Corporate.
Just hurry up and wait.
It's just a waiting game. A waiting game on the. Yeah, I was like looking at it, and I was like, okay, this is looking decent. And then all of a sudden, like video cards and $90 game, physical games. I was like, I don't know about that part.
I knew we were getting there one of these days, so it was just a matter of time. I'm curious to see what Grand Theft Auto costs, if it really does that super high price people are talking about or not. So, but it's always rumors.
Yeah, that's how it goes. You know,
Yeah.
they'll have stuff priced and stuff.
But I am excited. So.
Oh yeah, Daryl's got that Switch 2 buzz now. He's all.
I remember when you were trying to get the PS5, you were super excited when you got that. So.
Took me a year and a half.
Yeah, that's why I said it's so much money now, because they're $500 too, you know.
Yeah. So,
It just costs a lot of money to make a game nowadays to build something.
they should be like me, just make the game for like $25.99.
Oh yeah. Hey, how you doing today, guys?
See Daryl with this Castlevania 4.
Mhm.
He's like, it's in my inventory? I don't see it.
Yeah. Castlevania 4 is one of my favorite Castlevanias all time. I mean, I love Symphony of the Night, but Castlevania 4 is my favorite regular. That's okay. It happens 15 times a day. Hang on a second. So, all right, I can now.
It said do not remove. I thought it was saying remove.
It does it. It happens over and over all day long. Somebody needs to rewrite that
Donna.
software so it's
Yeah,
so
they do.
different. So
Donna Manor. That's a nice one.
everybody just sees remove. That's all they see. I mean, literally happens 15 or 20 times a day. I have so many of those little receipts piled up by the end of the day. It says card removed or whatever. So.
I wish you'd get some Vita games in, Daryl. That's what
There is some Vita games there. There was. So are they gone? So there was a few there. So.
I don't see them here. I see DS.
Oh, here they are.
Oh,
Some Vita.
okay. Thank you, bud.
And he's like, you need to get some Vita games. They're sitting right.
Wagon our cars. Wolf Among Us. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for the helper,
Just
man.
came in last night. I figured somebody was
Soul
going to that.
Sacrifice.
I figured it's probably
Okay,
pretty
I'm
rare,
like,
actually. So I never read the comic book. So.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, like,
I can't believe it's not GameStop.
yeah, the top one, getting it full was horrible.
New drop
I guess where I
income.
have that.
Pokemon.
Sorry,
Vegeta. I think my cousin was looking for one of these. Isn't he looking for Vegeta?
It's over 9,000!
I'll say, Mickey, aren't you looking for this one? GameStop Pro. Vegeta.
Make sure your information's still correct out there. We're gonna switch it to the 1 year too, so. Now I'm gonna bring up that email again, so. Just go in the background back there, so. Go to,
I can get the One Piece hat. Yeah. That would be one of the funny things to wear.
renewals, ours were too far out, you know, it wasn't letting us
Extra
know about the
locked.
year.
Yep.
It's free, so, yeah.
How long does it last?
For a year.
No, I mean, when are they?
They'll probably do it again.
The Last of Us 2 remastered.
Gonna have to change my password the other day.
WWE 25. I just got 24 not too long ago, man. It's pretty. Let's see what kind of used games we can find here, ain't it? Holy crap, PlayStation 2 games? Damn. This is new.
I hate when you have to change your password every month, you know. How's the job at Lodeburg now? So,
Wow. PlayStation 2, I
you're still employed.
ain't seen
so
them
don't
in
worry, so.
ain't seen them in
Haven't had any hours.
GameStop in years. Like it is shocking.
Your warranty on this for 15
Still marveling at this, man. PlayStation 2 games. There's one right there. Backyard basketball. That looks unique, you know. Backyard basketball. Oh, I don't know. It was Jet XO. Jet XO. Trigger.
Pull it out too soon, so it happens.
Everything or nothing.
Somebody sent me something from the West Virginia recycle plant.
What? Oh yeah, there's a meth place that just got blown up there.
Okay. I love living in West Virginia, so.
Yeah,
this would be good if it wasn't this internet, the online only deal. That's the only thing about it. That's the only thing about it. Capcom Fight Collection.
Yeah, it's like buy two, get one free or something right now, so.
If I was a fighting games guy, this would be good, but I'm not in the fighting games. That's the only thing about it. Halo Wars 2, Sims 4, NBA Jam. Jump Force.
Time to interrupt this regularly scheduled, I can't believe it's GameStop, for some pickups through the mail. Oh yes. God, it was a couple weeks ago I made an order through Video Game Plus and GameStop. And Video Game Plus had some good stuff, and it surprised me their order come first. And I didn't realize it was Video Game Plus because they came under this different heading. And then if I looked on the bottom of the case, it was said, oh, there's VGB. But I went ahead and popped the box open before because I didn't know what it was. And I was surprised. I got 2 PlayStation 5 games because they had these on sale. And like I said, I'm getting my PlayStation 5 library worked on. I got the collection of Metal Gear Solid 1. And they had this one marked way cheap. And I told CJ about it. And I was like, yeah, I ordered that. Because I was like, the collection, I think, for these 3 games are like $15 for them now. So that was pretty good. I also got Terminator Resistance Enhanced. And this game has become popular because of the studio, Tayon, had done RoboCop. And RoboCop was really damn good. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this one, Terminator Resistance. So those are the 2 from VGP, and they had those on a good sale. So I can't really kick on that. Now we're going to see the GameStop stuff, and the GameStop stuff is we're rolling the dice on it, folks. We're rolling the dice. Will they treat your boy good? Will they give me a full case? Well, we're going to see. I'm going to start off with the smallest bag first. Power of the scissors. So let's see. This is the one only got 1 game in it. So we're rolling the dice, folks. First game out of the bag is... oh, it's a case. It is Tales from the Badlands, a Telltale game series. And this one has the game case. This is when I kind of debated if they would actually have this one in the case. I thought I had this game, and I went to put it in my thing, and the game wasn't there, and I had no clue what happened to it. So, this is pretty good. That's okay. For 1, I got 5 games in total from GameStop, so we're going to see what we got here. That's 1 so far. Now we're going to the big box. The big box.
A few moments later.
Okay, guys, that took a while. But I finally got the case open. Whew, man, GameStop, they really secured the bag on that one. So the first game up, I tried not to look at these. And the first game up is Turning Point 5 Liberty for the PlayStation 3. And they put it in a red case, which is kind of unique, because this is not a greatest hits title. So that's kind of unique. Plus, it's kind of loose. It came loose in the bag. And I'm hoping it's in good shape to play. It looks alright. So that surprised me. The Turning Point came in it was a cheap game. I went ahead and picked it up for the PlayStation 3 collection. The next one I got is Sunset Overdrive. Only on Xbox One. And I'm getting only the Xbox exclusives. And Sunset Overdrive looked kind of cheap to get. So I went ahead and picked it up. So far we're 3 out of 5. We're 3 out of 5 on this GameStop order. So let's see what we got. I'm going to go with an Xbox. I didn't look. I just threw it. Okay. Now we hit the miss. We hit the miss. And it's Rainbow Six Siege for the Xbox One. I think this was like $1. Yeah. We hit the miss, folks. It was bound to happen. One miss out of that. So here we go. Finally, the last one. Did I hit gold? And I did. It is Romancing Saga 2. Revenge of the Seven. Revenge of the Seven. There we go. Classic RPG. Save your empire, defend your legacy. Yeah, Square Enix put this one out. So I'm glad I got this one. This is the one I wanted. I remember getting this one. I was like, yeah, I want the Romancing Saga 2. And they had it on sale, so that was really what helped it. So, not bad. 4 out of 5 ain't bad. I'm glad the Tales from the Borderlands and Sunset Overdrive came with the case. I can handle Rainbow Six Siege. And I'm glad that Romancing Saga 2 came with the case. So, now back to your regular scheduled. I can't believe it's GameStop. Here we are. We're walking up to it. I got my Coca-Cola Classic.
Can't beat the real thing.
Can't beat the real thing. I got my Coca-Cola Classic. You know what they say about it. Yeah, that's right. This thing's got 190 calories on the back of it. I can't drink that much soda. I just need something to drink. I was going to get a water, but I couldn't find one in there, so I went ahead and picked up a Coca-Cola Classic. A Coke and a good game. Coke and the GameStop. Coke and GameStop. Let's go. It looks like I missed that date. Yeah, I ain't been over here in about 2 weeks, so let's go on in, check out old GameStop, and see what we got here. See what we can find. Oh, I'm sorry, babe. I didn't know you was coming up there. I hate that. I did that. Battlefield 5. I tell you what, that sale has been rocking. I got my eye on some games. They'll probably make it into the summer edition. But yeah. I got me some games here. I tell you what, that sale is kicking, that $15 and $30 sale.
Honestly, it's only with selected few games, and it's games that no one really doesn't play. So, for this location at least.
I saw some online. I'm like, let me get to payday.
Yeah, I get that.
Let me get to payday. Let me make it, you know, because
I get it.
one of them is Madden, 25.
Yes.
That's when because I always get the Maddens when they're used or, you know, after.
Right, yeah.
Because I don't do the season. I don't do the online stuff. I'm just a guy that plays the games, man.
Right.
It's just one of those things. But I got my eye on that, and I got my eye on Legend of Legacy. I'd like to find it, but yeah, I'm gonna check this little thing out here to see what we can find here, ain't it? I'd like to find that. Oh, there's Legend of Legacy right there. Yeah, that's a nice one. Modern Warfare 3. That looks like a nice one. I'd like to find a Funko Fusion in here. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that. I can't believe it's not GameStop's Spring Edition. And through most of March and April and May, I would walk into GameStop and my local one and look for good game deals. Now, I got 17 total games, with 3 of them being new. 3 of the games were new, and I'll discuss them all right now real quick. And one of the first pickups, I was going crazy, was a Vita game. And it was the Soul Sacrifice for the Vita. And I remember Daryl said, yeah, we got some new Vita. And that was pretty cool, you know. It was good to find a Vita game every now and then. And our local GameStop is really good with the retro stuff. I mean, me and the girl was talking when I made the pickups in the last part that they should turn the store into a retro store because they really are that good with everything retro. It's just weird that the GameStop company will not turn the store into a retro store. It's just
very bizarre, but you know, that's GameStop for you. You really don't know the decision making behind anything. Now, with used games, I tried to find some cheap ones, and one of the cheap ones I found was Battlefield 1. And this is a really good game. I remember playing through the campaign on this, and this was really good for the PlayStation 4, and for 94 cents. I remember Mr. Rightway was, yeah, it was pretty much him that was discussing how cheap games you can get at GameStop, and how cheap have you gotten them. And I brought up that I bought Resistance 2, I think for like 80-some cents at one time, back years earlier. And you can find you some cheap game deals like this at GameStop. Because these games go down at some point, because you're always putting out new ones, new versions. Like Battlefield 2042, Battlefield this, Battlefield 5. You know there's going to be a Battlefield 6 at some point. Anyhow, speaking of repetitive games like that, I've got Madden 20, and it too was 90-some cents. I'm sorry, had 80-some cents on my mind from earlier, but brain fart. But yeah, this was 94 cents too, and Maddens go down quick. Maddens basically are one of the quickest things to go down as a year passes. Then to go into a second year, you can buy I think Madden 22 for like $3 or $4 now. Madden 23, you know, it just keeps going like that. You know, just give it a year or two and they go down. As an example, on the GameStop website right now, as the time that I'm filming this, in late May, they're having a sale on the website with Madden 25 at $15. Yeah, they're having the $15 deal, and it is on sale right now for $15. You could buy Madden 25 right now. And it's going to go lower. It's going to go lower because Madden 26 is getting ready to come out at the end of August, September. It's always about the next Madden. And that's what, I don't know why people buy those new. I mean, I know people like to play them online, but man alive, those games are, it's like the WWE games. If you wait a year or two, if you're not into online stuff, you can get them for like cheap. You don't have to buy brand new ones every year if you're not into the online stuff. And I'm not judging anybody. I know people like to play online against people. I mean, it's to each their own. But if you're not into the online play, wait about a year or two and those games drop. On some of the visits to GameStop, I did pick up 2 PlayStation 3 games. And I was adding cheaply to my PlayStation 3. You know, I was sitting there, I was like, okay, there's some good games I need. And one of them was Cabela's African Adventures. As you can tell, this is nice. These hunting games are very cheap. You know, you can get these cheap. I think there's a couple of them that's expensive, but for the most part, for the PlayStation 3, they're pretty well cheap to get. And I got Dirt, the first Dirt. I've got all 3 Dirt games, but getting these 2 adds to my PlayStation 3 collection. So the collection keeps growing. Over 500 plus games already, I'm pretty sure of. I need to do a new updated PlayStation 3 video one day. Might do that in the fall of the year. Let the last ones trickle in, hopefully, that I get. Hopefully I can find some more. We'll see what happens. I picked up 4 PlayStation 4 games in this time span of the last 3+ months. And a lot of these got the stickers off of them because I've pulled some of the stickers off over time. They've come off. Some of them I'm going to have to work with. I hate stickers. A lot of the newer stickers from GameStop come off easy. One sticker actually fell off pretty comically after I bought the game. I had it in the bag and it actually popped off in the bag. And I'll show it first. It was actually this one, Medieval. And I always heard this was a good game. Gallimore needs a hero, but Sir Dan will do. And I don't know if that character showed up in PlayStation Battle Royale. I don't know if he did or not. He looks familiar. But, yeah, Medieval is a game that I've heard people talk about. That's really, and I saw it in there. And it was like, oh, okay, that's pretty good. And I went ahead and picked it up, You can't fault yourself for finding a good, cheap game, man. If you can, try to do it, Now, speaking of cheap games, I picked up a snowboarding game. Because I don't really have a lot of, you know, because I got games of every style. I've got bull riding, I've got tennis, I've got, I think I had a paintball game at one time. I think I traded it at one time out. But I've got every type of game that you could want. And I'm like, snowboarding looks interesting. So I got steep, drop in. And this is from Ubisoft. And this one has a black sticker. And I didn't really realize this, but it says internet connection required. Please, I hope this is not an online game from Ubisoft. If it is, I just wasted $5. I hope it's not. I just noticed that now. I just noticed the internet connection required. I wouldn't have picked it up. I'm hoping it has like a story mode that you can play, that you don't need that. But I just had a shudder. I just had a chill run down my spine. Like, oh man, that's not a good sign. ECW fan, that's not a good sign. This might be another Crew situation with Ubisoft. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Crew was a racing game, and the first was taken offline, and there was no campaign mode. And once it went off, it was gone. I'm hoping that's not the case with this one. I'm hoping. Now, I got 2 good PlayStation 4 games. I'll go ahead and show one of them. And this is from Modus. And this one is a series that I have a history with. It is Double Dragon Gaiden. Rise of the Dragons, baby. And this is a beat 'em up. This is like the classic Double Dragons, baby. Oh, yeah. And if I'm pretty sure we all us old video game players remember playing Double Dragon on the Nintendo. This was cool. And this one actually has the PlayStation 5 upgrade, by the way. Cool PlayStation 5 upgrade, folks. That's pretty cool. And finally, a game that I picked up is an RPG. And I had this on the PlayStation 3, but it's part of a combo. It's part of 2 games, but I could see what PlayStation is doing now. They're going to try to, it's about this, they're going to try to basically get 2 games out as a remaster. I got Tales of Symphonia Remastered, the first game. And experience the legendary JRPG Classic Remastered in HD. There you go. That's it right there. This one, I got halfway into this game on the PlayStation 3. And because I was playing like 2 different RPGs at one time. And I just quit. I just quit the game. And I could regret that, man. And I should have went back and finished it. It's a really good story. From what I played of it from the start. And I just got busy with something else, man. I just got something going else on my mind. And just went elsewhere. That's how it goes. Now, I got 5 used PlayStation 5 games. And I got probably one of the worst PlayStation 5 games. I had 2 great PlayStation 4 games, right? So I had to get one of the worst PlayStation 5 games ever made. I had to get it because I'm a glutton for punishment. I love to destroy whatever sense of mind that I have left in my, because I'm just crazy at times. And if I see it cheap enough, I'm like, well, that game is pure crap. I gotta pick that up. It's like that Ride to Hell Retribution. When I saw it, I was like, I've got to get that game. I heard it's terrible. I've got to play it to see if it's bad as they say. And I ain't played Ride to Hell yet. It's on my shelf. I'm like, I don't know if I gotta sit there. I'm gonna put my PlayStation 3 in my other room, and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna sit there one night and just put it in and study it. It can't be terrible, right? Yeah. But I picked up a couple RPGs with these PlayStation 5s, and I actually got one that I kind of wish had a cover to it. And if there's ever a case cover, I'm pretty sure Daryl will trade it out to me. I got Tiny Tina's Wonderlands for the PlayStation 5. Here's a picture of it. Yeah, it looks like a pretty cool picture, right? Looks like a pretty cool picture. Tiny Tina is part of the Borderlands deal. And I went ahead, I wanted to get the game for the longest time. I would look at it, put it back, look at it, put it back. Actually, at one time, it had the case and everything, and I put it back. I could kick myself. Now, another RPG I picked up, and this was the deluxe edition, and it includes the downloadable music in the game. But I didn't get the downloadable music because I'm an idiot. Or well, this is used. I mean, here's the code. Here's the downloadable code. Like I said, after image, you know, it's got it right here. But the code's probably shot. You know, the code is probably gone. You know, somebody's done used it. But it's one of those things that it is what it is. If it's gone, it's gone. I've only had luck one time buying a used game and actually got the code, and I actually used it because they actually had whoever had the game didn't use it, and it was like for extra costumes on an RPG. I forgot what it was, and I was like, wow, they didn't use this code. I'm like, and this game has been, you know, sitting used. Okay, moving on. I picked up another RPG, and I've seen NIS America show this game, but the only problem is it's always sold out. The game series always sells out of these games, and I've got one of them. I've only got one of them for the PlayStation 3, and that was in Cheap Thrills. I think it was back last year, the year before last. But I was trying to get the complete set 1 through 3 of this series, and it's Decidia. This is Decidia 6 complete. And this one was a hard one to get, man. I saw it there sitting, and they had it on sale. And I forgot what I paid for because, like I said, I tried to get the stickers off. But Decidia, I think it's what it's called. It is on the back. But this one looked really cool. You know, it feels real heavy. I think it's got 2 discs with it. Oh yeah. Oh, this is cool. It's got music with it. It's got a soundtrack. Yeah, it's got the soundtrack. Look, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I didn't even know it had the soundtrack. You know, all that time I didn't know it had a music soundtrack. That's very cool. I thought it had an art book in it. Things you discover, right? But every time I go online on GameStop.com, the collection would be sold out. 4 is sold out. 5 is sold out. And I saw 6 in there one day in the store at Daryl's shop. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. It's cheap enough. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Because I got 3, and I wish I could get 1 through 3, yeah, you know, the collection, but I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. But moving to an RPG game that I actually played halfway through that I had to get, you know, I think I was playing this at the same time I was playing Tales of Symphonia. This one has been remastered for the PlayStation 5. It is Tales of Graces F. Tales of Graces. This is one that they remastered. And I actually got this for the PlayStation 3. Like I said, I'm a big RPG fan, and I got this one, I think, back in March. And I saw it there, and I said, I better go ahead and snap on that. I better jump on that. Because I've not seen this game in the shop until I was like, I better go ahead and jump on that one. So that was a good one. Now, prepare yourselves. You're about to see the worst game that has been created for the PlayStation 5. One that is actually currently on sale, brand new for $15, and used is actually more expensive right now than what I bought it for about a month ago. It is Lord of the Rings Gollum for the PlayStation 5. This game, I've seen people play it, and they said how terrible and utter dog crap it is. I mean, I was like, I've got to pick it up. I've got to play this. And one guy actually platinumed it. And he said, I think I heard him say in the video he had to question his life after he played it, tried to platinum all those hours. I like platinums. I don't think I can keep playing this game for hours and hours on end. This ain't like a Lego game that you can get enjoyment out of from what I saw. But this one is just, man, I was like, this one looks bad. And right now with the sale, it's very weird. Like, brand new, they want $15 for it. It's not worth that. Used, they want 13 something. That's $1 something cheaper. I actually bought this cheaper used than the current used value of it now. That's very weird. It's very weird. But now we're going to get to the new games. We're going to get to the brand new spanking games. And I got 3 of them. And they're going to each have a story. Now, story time. Okay, I got Super Mario RPG for the Nintendo Switch. This one in March. It was like the final day they was having a sale. They had marked this one down like to 20 or $25, I think. It was $25. And I walked in, and CJ told me about the sale for this. I said, I'm going to go ahead and get it, because I like RPGs, and having this for the Switch would be kind of cool. So I walked in, and the lady told me, yeah, it's the final day. She said, you know, if you're going to get it. So I didn't think I'd find a copy of it, but there it was. And I sat on the shelf, and I grabbed it. Nintendo very rarely has these more, you know, the first party games on sale. You know, it's very, right now on that 15 and 30 sale at GameStop online and in shops, none of the Nintendo first parties that I saw was on sale. It's just the second and third party titles. This one was pretty cool to find. And then after that, they all had them marked up, and I was like, I just got it on that final day. I come in and I snatched it. Now, this game I've had held, and this one is one that is part of the series that I'm currently on. I got this in late March. I remember when this came out, and I remember Daryl pulled it for me, and I was like, I thank Daryl for reminding me, because I had to pull it for like a week and a half before he stopped taking pre-orders. And after that happened, Daryl said that game's gonna be hard to get, and I think CJ said he had an issue getting it for a while, and he finally got it. But it is The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak 2. Day will break again. There we go. And I've tried to get Eddie into this game because if he likes comics, the storyline with the characters and the different situations are very comic book style. Japan is doing they're doing a damn good job telling a big overarching comic type story with all these characters, and they're switching sides and just telling a very good story, going back and forth. They've built this big story over so far. It's going to be, God, I don't know how many games. I'm currently 6 games in, and they've told it. They're getting ready to release in the fall. They're going to release the prequel, Trails to the Sky, and then the Trails to the Beyond, or I can't think of the next one, but it's going to be after this one. So it's going to be like 11 or 12 games, man. I don't know how long it's going to keep going. This series is it's really damn good as an RPG. I've tried to get Eddie into it, but he doesn't like RPGs. I was like, come on, Eddie, you know, if you ever got into it, man. It's a heady series to me. It's really that damn good. I can't say enough about the Trail series. If you want a good RPG, JRPG, and like good stories that just build with each game that continues on, get the Trail series. But this is not an RPG, and this was the final pickup. And I've had this on reserve since January, because I remember seeing this come out, and I remember Daryl I saw a preview of this game in a construction group, and I was like, is that a legit game? And I had Daryl pull it up, and he said, yeah, it's called Roadcraft. And I was like, okay, that looks pretty damn cool. You actually build roads, people. You build freaking roads. I'm like, oh my God, this. I used to do construction. This is right up my alley. I could do all the work with none of the sweat. So that was the only one I got as a pre-order. It's just very few and far between that I buy new games, and I was like, I've got to get that. So I start paying. I can reserve them and pay them down by the time they come out. So that was kind of cool. But that's it. That's all 17 games, people. 17 for the last three plus months of collecting. And like I said, this is a nice spring edition. I hope you enjoyed it. And these are probably my 2 favorites out of the whole month, man. All 3 months, I mean. Yeah. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy yourself and get to the gaming, folks. Because I know I'm going to go play some Roadcraft right now.